Good morning, hustlers. Good Tuesday morning. Welcome to day 2 of the Healthy Habit Hustle. I am so excited to be here and so excited to be back. Today's topic is one that I love so much. It is one that has so much power in changing our lives. What could that be? That's all about gratitudes and wins. What is gratitude? What are gratitudes and wins? What does that mean? How does that shift our healthy habits? It has everything to do with creating healthy habits. What we focus on is what grows. And so today we're going to start putting that power into focusing on the things that we're grateful for and focusing on the wins in our days. Because when we start to do that, we create more and more of that. And that's how we start to create the healthy habits. Yesterday, we talked about habit loops. We're not going to go into any more of that today, because you're going to take that and you're going to keep practicing that. But the next thing that you're going to practice and that you're going to start working on is these gratitudes and wins. So let's first start off by talking about gratitudes. What are gratitudes? Gratitudes is exactly that. Anything that you're grateful for. So how do we do this? How do we practice gratitudes? How do we put this into our daily lives? There are a lot of ways that you can do it. There are so many options, and I've talked to a lot of people and different people do it differently. So I'm going to tell you the suggestion as to what I do and what has worked for me for the last 6 years. I would love to hear if you have a different way of tracking your gratitudes or feeling, recognizing your gratitude. Please share with us in the chat, because there's going to be all kinds of great other ways and ideas. But here's what I do. I start my day, every single morning, where I sit down and I have a notebook that is by my bed, and I write down 3 things that I'm grateful for. The only day I don't do that is on Saturday mornings, because I don't write on Saturday mornings, but I do say them out loud to myself on Saturday mornings, and I do write them down on Saturday nights when the Sabbath is over. So I still recognize them on Saturdays. But every single morning, I write down 3 things that I'm grateful for that morning. And that's how I start my day. That's where I start, and I layer my day with that. When you start your day focused on what you're grateful for, you're setting yourself up to focus on gratitude throughout the day. So that's how I start my day. And I focus on those things. And sometimes throughout the day, if I'm having a rough day, I may go back and look at those gratitudes throughout the day and say, look at the things that I'm grateful for. Sometimes I will add things to that list during the day, but my baseline is 3 things that I'm grateful for in the morning. Okay. That's gratitudes. The second thing is wins. Wins are so important. What are wins? Wins are the places that we are winning in our lives. I know a lot of you guys came into this challenge because you're on a health journey, a physical health journey, but wins are about so much more than that. Yes, sometimes you might put your wins down as a food thing, but you know what? That's not where we're going with this. What are the wins in our lives? The wins in our lives are where we make the choice, the right choice, to help us win, to help us move forward, to help us have our best lives. Okay, sometimes those wins, they might have to do with food. We make those choices all day long. But more often, they might be wins in how we're interacting with other people, where our mindset goes with something. Maybe we had an interaction with a coworker and we really just wanted to scream, and we didn't. We took a deep breath and we practiced the pause. And we responded differently in kindness. Maybe one of our kids is driving us nuts and we wanted to scream, or we wanted to roll our eyes, or we wanted to do something and we didn't. We chose the higher ground. That's an important piece to finding those wins. Sometimes the wins might be, I'm really tired. I came home. I don't want to do anything, but I'm going to take the win, and I'm going to lace up my sneakers and go take a walk around the block, because that's what my body needs. That choice, sometimes it's a mental win. Sometimes it's an action win. Those wins are incredibly important, and they can be teeny tiny, and they can be gigantic, or they can be anywhere in between. And what we want to do with those wins is, at the end of the day, I sandwich my day first with writing down 3 things that I'm grateful for. And in the evening, I have a notebook, that same notebook, where I write 3 wins of the day. So I'm sandwiching my day with things that I'm grateful for and things where I'm winning, what does that do? What we focus on is what grows. So when I'm focusing on things that I'm grateful for in the morning, And then my wins in the evening, I'm focusing during the day. I know I'm going to write 3 things down that I'm winning. So I'm focusing on creating those wins during the day. So I have them to write down. What we focus on is what grows. When things are rough and tough, we focus on where we're winning, not what's going wrong. And it totally shifts our mindset. It totally shifts where we're going. And then when we're having a rough day, just like I talked about, sometimes I go back and look at the things that I've been grateful for. I also go back and look at all the wins I've had over time, and it makes you feel so much better, and it makes you reshift and refocus. So that's your challenge today. Here are your action steps. 1, write down 3 things that you're grateful for. I would love it if you would share at least one of those in the chat so that we can see what everybody's grateful for, see how much we all have to be grateful for in our lives. That's the first action step. The second action step is to share your wins in the chat. You can share them real time as they're happening, just like we did with the pause, right? Share those wins real time. Or if you want at the end of the day to share your 3 wins a day, that's awesome. But definitely share them so we can celebrate those things together. Now let's go focus on things that we're grateful for. Let's go focus on those things, places in our lives where we're winning, and go make this day amazing. And I will see you in the chat and back here tomorrow morning for day 3. Have a great day.